Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net. And it seems like we're having a little bit of problems today with our speed. So today is for the week of, it would be the 7th to the 13th. And see what the energy has for it. So I have a new deck of cards, and this is the cards I've got. So the first card is peace. And if anybody knows me, dragons are a very big part of my life. Hello, Spirit Feather. And peace is the beginning of the word. Let's see what it means. So the first card, it's a very good card, actually. It's enlightenment. Well, actually, it's judgment, but it's come to my mind to mean enlightenment, coming out of the dark to seeing the lights, being in the light, understanding the truth. So, yeah, a form of enlightenment is the basis of this week. And peace goes very much with enlightenment. That doesn't mean the actions around you are peaceful. Doesn't mean that what the things that are happening around you are peaceful. It means you are peaceful. Things can be happening to you that are stressful, but you're still peaceful. Well, what covers it is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is having put in the effort, reaping the rewards. And if you know anything about racehorses, and I know a little bit about horses, not necessarily racehorses, but I do know they wake up early in the morning. They run, they work very hard to train to win a race. So they put in the effort. So what's behind us is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is rigidity. It's the lack. It is a fear, the inability to choose to make a move that is out of the ordinary. And I'm thinking this is more a societal thing than an individual thing. And for some people, yes, it will have been fear to make a move, fear of losing their money, fear of losing the respect from people around them, all kinds of things that can create fear. But what it does, it creates a rigidity in movement. But luckily, the next one is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is very different, of course. The Six of Pentacles is healing. A very basic healing, which we have to do before we can move forward. Pieces are coming together. And sometimes when the pieces come together, there has to be agony. There has to be hurt. There has to be silly traumas and lies sometimes to get it so people can heal. So that piece of me that was left there when I was 5 years old and I fell off my trike or bicycle and scraped my knee so badly that I didn't ever want to think about it again. And I put up that little energy guard. It's coming back to me. And this can happen on small levels and large levels. For instance, that when somebody's been in an accident, they can very often not remember that accident. And where are we heading? This week is this very spiritual week. We get the Hermit, and we'll be there almost immediately come Sunday. I think Sunday's the 7th. Yeah, and the Hermit is the way shower. It is your eyes are starting to open. You're starting to see the clarity, or you may be the way shower. And who are you showing? The establishment. Let's go with that. Okay, you're showing the establishment. Who is the establishment? Could be your mother, could be your doctor, could be government, but it's people who follow the norm, who follow the rules without thinking, without realizing that maybe the norm is not the best way. New ideas, new understandings are coming up. But in truth, if you look at it, and you can see in there very clearly, under the sand, there's old buildings that are coming up. So they're not necessarily new ideas, but they're ideas that are coming up that will revitalize, that will bring forth new ideas. And who's it going to affect? Again, it's going to affect the establishment. And the emperor without his empress is rigid, cold, non-caring, thinking about money. All right, so who are we working against this week, or learning, teaching this week? We're teaching the establishment. Again, it can be the old dog down the street who barks at everybody. That one you're probably not going to change. It can be the teacher that you had in 4th grade, because it's in your mind. It's become established. You need to let it go. And you get frustrated this week. But there's a way out. It's a very simple way out. And if you look at the woman, all she has to do is stop and think. She can put her hands down, and that which holds her in thrall will just simply fall away. And then she can see her way out of the swords. There's a simple way out. We're just not seeing it. So allow yourself to be confident. Allow yourself to be sure. Allow yourself to know exactly what you want. And in doing so, you will attract to yourself the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is a joyful energy. It's a mature joy. It's not the immature joy of giddiness and bouncing around. It's a soft, gentle joy that runs through your life. And even when things are chaotic, you will find you have the joy thrumming in the background behind you. And that comes from knowing that there is something in the universe that has your back, always has your back. Even when there's a huge amount of change, and this is a week, you're going to court change. You're going to go out of your way to invite change into your life. And what will it bring you? Again, a very spiritual week. This is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess sees things, sees people like this, and understands their pain. Because to be in that kind of situation is very painful. So the High Priestess can see, doesn't necessarily talk about it, will not try to change you. Unless she can see you're ready to hear, she will not speak. And you cannot teach people who are not ready to vibrate at a level that your words demand. So you need to speak down to their level when you're talking to them, to a level where they can hear you. And if they can hear just a tiny bit of what you say, it may shake them out of being in a narrow-minded energy. The upshot of the energy for this week, though, the totality of the energy of this week, it's a very spiritual energy. It's a very hard energy, because working against people's preconceived ideas, very, very difficult. And with it's a subconscious belief, near impossible to change. But the upshot of this week is the 9 of Cups. And that's to be on cloud 9. That's the joy. That's not the joy card, but it is happy card. It is a happiness deep inside. But it is also a make-a-wish card. So everybody who watches this gets to make a wish. And So we are working towards peace this week in ourselves, around those people around us, and in the bigger view. The trick is you work the peace from within, and it is contagious. So you don't have to go out and say, hey, you need to change this. You need to do this. What you do is you work the peace within until you're peaceful. And then that person comes along and says, wow, do you ever feel good? Can I sit with you for a few minutes? And you smile graciously and say, I've got 5 minutes. And they sit with you and they grab that peace and they take it with them to the next person. And it goes on and on. And that is how we create peace on earth. And it is in divine order. And can you see my new dragon cards? My daughter bought them for me. So divine order. Everything that's happening this week, whether it feels good or bad, is in divine order. You are in divine order. You are creating in the order of the divinity. And what is divinity? Well, it's either God or it's Allah or Buddha, and I don't know all the names, honestly. But it is the God within. Because we are part of everything, we are part of the whole, we are part of the Godhead. So the God within is shaking up, coming out this week, and it will create peace because it is a divine order. It sounds hokey, doesn't it? Trust yourself, okay? So, how are we doing?
Spirit Feather starts us off with, hello ladies, how are you feeling today?
Just woke up. I don't wake up fast. So when you ask me that about 3 hours after I wake up, I can tell you, I think I'm doing fine.
Miriam M. says hello. Elizabeth Meyer says hello.
Oh, hi, Elizabeth.
Rhoda Chia says hello. Miriam M. asks, any messages from my guides?
Who asked for the message?
Miriam M.
Miriam. Okay, hang on, Miriam. So, Miriam, your guides are, they're just sitting here. They're in no rush to tell. They're just shooting the breeze with me, which is very sweet of them. But I think that means that they're trying to tell you to slow down and smell the roses. So take your time. Don't rush things. This is a week of putting one foot in front of the other, making sure your foot is solidly placed before you make the next step. And your guides are suggesting they have got your back. They are suggesting there may be a bit of a buffet or wind this week, but you can handle it because they're there with you and they're supporting you, and you will stay up. You will stay standing straight up.
D Sparks says, hi Eliz-sha, good to see you.
Hi, D.
Tanya 54 says, hello from London. Does Steffi, a male friend, want more from me? I hope not.
Steffi's male friend?
Seffi.
Okay.
A male friend.
Oh, okay. Now I got it. If you can very gently tell him things like, you're like a brother to me, or I'm not in the mood. I'm not looking for right now a relationship of any sort, whether it's just to be fun friends that have, just say no. Just tell him thank you very much, but no, because he's just at the beginning stages And with you can break it before it gets to a bigger stage. You can keep him as a friend and just explain to him, well, just tell him he's like a brother to you. And that should put all kinds of stops to any dreams he's got.
João Firmino asks, hello for both of you. Any important messages from my guides? Thank you.
Just don't give up. I know it's taking more time than you anticipated it to work, but it takes a lot of time for the groundwork to come in. And if you give up now, you will miss a great deal of the luxury that's going to come with it. Okay.
Maria Herrera says hello.
Hi, Maria.
Rhoda Chia asks, is there any messages from the universe? Thank you.
Rhoda. I'm getting a very indistinct picture, unfortunately. It does appear that there's a bit of turmoil in my house at the moment, and I'm having a hard time tuning it out. Just give me a minute. So your guides come in and they're basically saying, we just want you to know you're not alone. We're always there with you. And I don't think this is a guide. I think this is somebody who you've known, who's passed over on the other side. And they want you to know that they're around and they're supporting you. It feels almost like a grandfatherly kind of energy. I'm not promising it's a grandfather. It could be great-grandfather. But it's somebody you've known. And they talking to you very familiarly and with a great deal of pleasure. But they want you to know you're never alone. He is always with you, but they are always with you as well. And just continue the way you're doing, and it will work really well. Okay.
Yasmin Fox says, hey. Mimi asks, what does Mr. Rodriguez think of me?
Mr. Rodriguez. I suspect Mr. Rodriguez feels that you don't always put your attention directly onto what you're working, that your mind wanders a little bit. Likes you. It's a little bit would like you to pay a little bit more attention to what you're doing over what's happening around you. Okay.
Yasmin Fox asks, what will I accomplish this year?
That's a big question. That's a full reading question. I can see what I can find out. So actually, your guides say you're going to accomplish a fair amount. They're not going to give me specifics because it's a 2-minute reading, but basically they showed me you taking a step up. So from where you are to where you want to be, you're getting closer to what you want. If it's school, you're going to go higher. If it's a spirituality, you're going to go up higher. Things are going to shift and change for you in a very positive way. You still have to work at it. Okay.
Seven Ocean Skies asks, hey, is there any messages for me? Thanks for the readings.
Okay. Let's hope you don't get a song this time. uh, they're still telling me to tell you to get out there and let the world know what you're doing. It's. I think they're trying to tell you it's time to be the teacher. It's time to and you can be the teacher by being the hermit. And the hermit is the way shower, which means you don't have to get out and teach individually, but you do it by showing who you are, by acting the way it is healthy for people to act. You grow and teach by being them. Allow yourself to be a little bigger than life. You're very good at putting the energy over you and hiding. Throw the energy back. Stand up. Be yourself. Be that person who is bigger than life, because it is part of it's part of who you came in to be. You came in to be a way shower. And does that mean it's easy and comfortable? Honestly, no. But you can do it. Good luck.
Champagne C says,
Hey, Champagne.
asks, hi, Eliz-sha and Al, can you see if I will see Angel or Richard this weekend, possibly?
Richard's still a little bit cranky. Angel, on the other hand, has this desire to see you, and he doesn't know how to. He tries really hard to put no, I don't want to, but he's trying really hard to not. If that wins, then no, you're not going to see him. But the chances are you're going to see him. And it might be that Angel is a little disgruntled because he doesn't feel he has control over being able to talk to you or not. Richard, it's Friday. He maybe by tomorrow he will have changed, but right now he's still grumbly.
D Sparks asks, what do my guides suggest for me this week?
That is what they. I'm sorry. The image they gave me was a Broadway play, and so get out there, do something spectacular for you, and enjoy your life this week. Be the person with the top hat and the cane, and do do a tap dance routine kind of thing. Enjoy your life. You've spent so much time. Everybody has spent so much time the last year with their head stuck in the sand, waiting for the world to shift and change around them. No, you go out and shift and change the world. That you go out and dance in the street, so to speak. And I'm not literally saying go dance in the street, but go out and be you. Go out and be joyful. Say hi to your neighbors. Hi, neighbor, and keep on walking kind of thing. But be the community glue. Okay?
Maria Herrera asks, hi, any advice from my guides in regards to what's going on in my family? Thank you both.
Now they're telling you to just step back. Let it happen. You cannot control it. They know the routine. They've done this routine before. You know what the next step is. So they're suggesting you stand back, get a bag of popcorn, and just watch the show. It will sort itself out with or without intervention, because your family ultimately is family. And they've, as I said, they've done this before. Just sit back, watch the show or watch Netflix, whatever. Okay? Don't get involved.
Elizabeth says, sounds like me and my mom are going to our to be arguing again. It seems like your reading is telling me I am going to have to be patient with her. Ha! I hope I can remember this in the moment.
Yeah. You know what I would do, Elizabeth? Get a knife like pirates do, stick it between your teeth, walk out there and say, "What do you want?" And see what happens.
So pull an Umbra.
Yeah. Umbra or Marsh.
Well, wasn't Umbra the one that used to steal the knives? She had the
I thought it was Marsh.
No, it was Umbra.
Okay, so yeah, pull an Umbra then and put a and just see.
Because if anybody knows, Elizabeth Myers is our dream interpreter on wisdomseekers.net.
And you've got dreams. Ask her dream. She's head and shoulders above me. I know nothing compared to her.
She had a dog that sadly passed away a while ago.
About a year now, or so.
And anyhow, she did a past life reading for this dog, and we have it on video somewhere. And she said that she believed that her dog, Umbra, was a pirate in a lifetime. Because every time she could, she would grab a knife and hold it in her muzzle. I could also be talking out of my ass, too. and
live. We're live, darling.
and be pulling from a different memory that's not actually happened.
But yeah, and I know Elizabeth quite well. Otherwise, I wouldn't tell her to go walk out with a knife between her teeth.
Lily Dula asks, "Hi, ladies. Hope you feel Hi, ladies. How do you feel? Can I get a general energy reading for my relationship in perspective? Thank you. A lot."
Can you message me? I would rather do that in private.
Tis a reading. Doreen 888 asks,
"Hey, Doreen.
Hi, ladies. Nice seeing you on my Friday nights again. You have a message for me? Thank you."
I actually probably do have a message for you. See? My dragon, my latest dragon. So your guides are laughing this week. They're chuckling. And they're suggesting that you, well, they're not going to tell you to lighten up because they know you're not going to. They know you quite well. But they want you to spend a bit more time finding reasons to chuckle or to laugh, even if it's just watching crazy old movies that are funny and meant to be funny. All right. But so when they're saying when you're downstairs on the sofa, take along a box of chuckle cookies. Don't ask me why. But at least they're not asking you to buy a new lamp.
Again. Jenny Jones asks,
"Hey,
hello,
Jenny.
ladies. Do my spirit guides have a message for me? Don't they always?"
Sometimes they don't. Or sometimes I have a hard time getting hold of it. Let's see, Jenny. So this is a weird week. Some of them are just saying, get out there and laugh. And other people are going, they're surrounding their people. The guides are surrounding their people. This week, you're being surrounded. You are being supported. Everything that happens this week, know that there is somebody there by your side holding your hand. And they're telling you to very definitely take 3 steps back from any situation before you answer. Do not answer off the spur of the moment. You just look at the person and go, okay, step back, regroup. And it might be that you need to take 2 days before you can answer that question. But then when you do, you'll answer it, you'll realize that they are coming from a place of fear and they need to be treated with compassion. And and they're not actually as nasty as they appear. Okay, so it might be that this is the week you need to be the teacher rather than reacting. Okay, good luck with that.
Susan Hunt asks, does love look good for me for the next month ahead, please?
Be very patient. Don't jump into things. Remember to stand in your power. Remember that you yourself are very, very important. And the more you stand in your power, the more you allow the flame that is you to grow, the more you will attract that which you love. And the better you will be treated. If you go to love, or anybody with love, with your hat in your hand, you will be treated poorly. But if you stand there and say, look at me, I am me, I'm really wonderful, you have to believe it, and then you will be treated with a great deal of love and respect. Okay?
Miriam M. says, thank you. 42 Locks asks, do you see anything good happening for me in the coming months? Thank you.
42 locks?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say something I shouldn't say. Maybe change your name. So you've got 42 locks, and there might be a reason for that, and I don't understand it. But what came to me is you've got 42 locks preventing the energy from moving, preventing anybody from getting in, but it also prevents you from getting out. So if you want something good, maybe it's perception. You want to shift your perception. So change it to a different name. I'm not good at names, but change it to something that is open and receiving. And yes, the potential is very strong that things will come your way. You have a history of seeing the negative, so you attract the negative. Now have a history of attracting the positive and getting something beautiful out of every situation. And that situation will evolve into a very, you have the potential to have something very loving and very fulfilling come your way. But perception is everything. Okay?
Don't be scared to get hurt.
That's not even what I was saying. It's perceive it from a perception of positivity.
Anywho, Jennifer Schwab asks,
Hey, Jennifer.
hello, ladies. My daughter Sydney has been missing her baby Cookie, who passed away. Does Cookie have a message for my daughter? Sydney has felt blocked from her spiritual side and doesn't know why.
It happens. We get blocked from our spiritual side when we're actually regrouping, and we're solidifying that which we know, and it's normal. It feels like crap, but it's normal. Cookie, you really want to talk to Elizabeth or Sabi about that, but I can do it.
More Sabi than Elizabeth.
Well, Elizabeth is really good.
She's good, but she doesn't really do
dead. No, yeah, that's true. She doesn't do Passover, so you don't want to talk to Elizabeth. You want to talk to Sadie. Hang on. Cookie's fine. Cookie's happy. Cookie's bouncing around like a puppy. She doesn't want her mistress to feel bad because she does have a great deal of love for her, and she says, and she says it like a puppy. She says, "I can come back if she wants. Bounce, bounce, bounce." And if you want her to, she can come back, and you can look for her. If you don't, that's also she herself is fine, and she has a great deal of love for her mistress, and she doesn't want her mistress to feel bad, but it simply was time for her to move on.
Rhoda GS says, thank you. I really appreciate it. Seven Ocean Sky sends a laughing.
I hit it on the nose, right?
Camille Harrison says, hello, ladies.
Hi, Camille.
Elizabeth Mayers asks, will I get my drive and motivation back soon?
As soon as the sun hits a higher zenith, you'll be flying again.
And words from encouragement, if possible, from my stubborn spirit guide, the bear.
The bear. So bears hibernate, right? And up north, they're still in hibernation. Where you are, they'd be coming out of hibernation. And so your bear is coming out of hibernation and is grouchy, is hungry.
Feed the bear.
Has the plug still stuck, where, and it's uncomfortable and wants to get rid of it. So metaphysically or metaphorically, give them a lot of berries. And when that...
Or flax seeds.
Or flax seeds. And know that as the bear comes out and is grouchy and becomes less grouchy as its stomach fills, you will also follow the energy of the bear. In the meantime, remember that a grouchy bear has a tendency to swipe rather than think. So if you have a choice, stay away from people for a little while, just a little while, because but as soon as your bear is metaphorically filled and relieved, you're going to be fine.
Hark, let loose the bears of hibernation.
Pardon?
Hark, let loose the bears of hibernation instead of let loose the dogs of war.
I think I need to put her back to bed.
Except you would have said the same joke.
If I thought of it. I thank God did not think of it.
Jennifer Schwab says, love the dragons. Tay Tay asks, hello, I've recently been unable to talk about what happened with my bird Haruka without crying. I feel there's some healing that needs to be done. What can I do to heal the trauma from what happened?
Actually, that's probably the action of the tears is what's healing it.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I've noticed a lot of people are going through going through old traumas, and it's just that layer of energy coming up, and it's that anything that's holding you back, allowing you to move forward. Okay, so just go with it, just flow with it, and cry. That's all right. We're allowed to have emotions. We're allowed to feel love.
And she adds, I just read it, I want to focus on the positive things that came from the situation. You are.
Yep. I know when I talk about, I had a horse named Spirit. It took me 6 months. It took me a year to stop crying every time I talked about him.
With our dog Joe, it's still
5-6 years.
Yeah.
7 years, and
7 years.
we still mourn her.
Yeah.
Mourning doesn't mean you're not honoring them. It just means that the energy is
Strong.
and intense. But the tears are healing.
Doreen says, they know me well enough. They know I won't lighten up. Ha ha ha. Thanks for the message.
Cookies. Cookies. Get chocolate cookies.
Elizabeth says, no, Umbra used to steal knives from all over the neighborhood. She was such a bad dog.
Yeah. She was such a funny little girl.
Susan Hunt says, thank you, ladies. Jenny Jones says, thank you so much. Erica Brooks John says, good afternoon, ladies. Just an hour ago, I had to give myself a big hug to hug my beloved husband, Maurice, and to tell him that I'm doing the best I can. I miss and love him. Thank you and namaste.
Are we done?
No. I just thought maybe you might have something for her.
Oh, did we not? Okay, hang on. Sorry. Hang on.
You just usually have stuff.
Yeah, Maurice,
yeah.
So this is strange, but he's got both your hands in his. He's kneeling down in front of you, looking up into your eyes, and telling you, okay, sorry, you're doing fine, babe. And that's it. But the emotion of love that's coming through, I'm sure you can pick up. And it's the emotion that he's sending to you, the support, the support, the love, that is the most important part of that message. All right.
And Krista Charlton says, your the time you give us ladies is so appreciated. Thank you and love your energies.
Thank you.
SLSL asks, hello ladies, will me and Alan be in a relationship in the future?
I think it's going to be a back and forth relationship for a bit. But I got no yes, but it landed on yes. So I think you guys are playing a bit of a game with each other, sort of like a tag team. Good luck. It is, if you land on yes, it will be a good relationship. And if you land on no, it means it's not over yet. That's weird, isn't it?
Tay says, LOL, crying face. She thinks I'm funny.
Yeah, well, she is.
Elizabeth Myers says that made absolute perfect sense. I have been so aggravated with everyone lately. I knew it was the bear energy. Yeah,
just remember the plug. It's the plug.
Jennifer Schwab says Sydney has been talking more about her spiritual gifts that activate them seem to subside. I believe Sydney is changing. Sydney mentioned to Cookie she would love her to come back to be with her.
Well, Cookie was bouncing around and says, I'll come back with you want me to. I'll come back with you want me to. I'm sorry, but it's a puppy now. Sydney, Cookie is now a puppy and a little bit bouncy.
She adds, they were wonderful soulmates and maybe together again someday. Sooner than you think.
I think so, because I'd say that baby's pretty near born, if not already born.
Spirit Feather says, animals are so wonderful. They're also a pain in the ass.
A lot of them. But we love them.
Doesn't stop us from loving them, but they are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, we do love them.
SLSL says, thank you. Tay says, thank you. When I end up crying, I do make sure to let it out and don't hold it in.
That's good.
And we are done.
We're done?
Yeah. Are you up to answering one more question?
Sure, I do. I'm going to throw Elizabeth Myers to the wolves. Do you have any questions on dreams? She's on right now. Grab her. You got 2 minutes. What's the other question?
Rhoda Chia, and I just, because it is a new name and we have a bit of extra timing, I just want to add, we usually don't take
More than one.
question per person, unless we do have hit a lull and have the extra time.
And we rarely hit a lull.
And we rarely hit a, but we were on earlier than we usually are.
Yeah, because we're going out for coffee.
Yeah, we're usually on at about 11:30.
11:30,
time.
12. We're not very regular,
No,
but we're going out for coffee, so I
neither
went
is
on
Bear
early.
From hibernation.
Pardon?
Nothing. You're gonna facepalm again. All right. Rhoda Chias asks, any chance for a love life for me?
I got a really resounding yes. And then there comes the qualifier. And unfortunately, the qualifier has all to do with you. The only reason you are not somebody who's treated like an angel or put up in a pedestal, nobody really wants a pedestal, but treated with their love and respect, is you have to believe from the core, you have to know in yourself that you are a loving human being, that you are a good human being, and big and this is for you, you deserve it. Well, I can tell you, looking at your energy, you deserve it. Now, you have to know that for yourself. And once you know it for yourself, there is a wonderful guy coming in who is absolutely nothing like you expect. Or person, I should qualify that nowadays.
Yeah. Lily Dulo says, I see many dreams, but I trust they are warnings for my grandfather who is in his last days of life. And adds, oh, I wish I was there for a coffee with you.
I wish you were too. I wish everybody was, but it'd fill up the whole restaurant. It'd
really
be kind of
would.
cool.
And then some. Lily Dulo, Rhoda Chia says thank you, smiley face, smiley face. And tis it.
We're done.
We are done.
Okay. Yeah, I actually am going to have tea, but coffee, we call it coffee. So Jennifer, thank you, ladies.
Jennifer Schwab says, thank you, ladies, for your time and energy. I hope you have a wonderful day filled with joy. I appreciate the confirmation for Sydney and Cookie. Very happy and exciting news. Namaste. Lily says, thank you for your energy and time.
And don't forget to message me, Lily.
And I think I'm good.
No, that's good. Why are you good?
I don't know.
I shouldn't tease her, should I?
I mean,
but it's much
never
fun.
Stopped you before.
All my life, it's never stopped me. So, namaste, namasko, and talk to whomever later.